Welcome all to the weekly outlook. Bernie here from EWPRO, getting straight into the weekly outlook, starting with the DXY on the daily. We're looking for this wave C down, possibly down to this 100 pip on the wave, in the wave C. We were looking to see if this was over in here last week. On the H4, we didn't get that wave Z up. We're looking for this like 1, 2, 3, 4. It started to go here for that wave Z up, but didn't and fell over. So now it's very unlikely we're going to get that wave Z up, and we can get that wave C down now on the daily. The H4, this was looking very corrective. Like I said last week, you know, there's two scenarios. If you get the buy set up, well, you can look for the buy. More than likely, if you took the buy in here, you either got a break even or it come down and hit your stop. On the H1 last week, I said, you know, you can really only sell because, you know, we got that 3 up. You had a little flag in there to sell before that news event. And, yeah. So now, you'd be waiting for, like, we've already got 3 down. So you'd be waiting for a wave 4, and then you could look for a wave 5 down. You're starting to get bullish divergence in here now, so you know I wouldn't be selling little flags and that down here. You know, if you are, you're just scalping. All right. AU on the daily, so nothing's changed on the daily. You know, we're looking for this wave C up. It's been difficult to get setups on it. It's very choppy. You know, nothing motive looking in here. Like we were looking for this one up in here. We got that like 1, 2, 3, 4. We had that ball hidden in here. So we're looking for this wave 5 up. Now we just got to wait to see if this wave 5 up is finished, and more than likely it isn't. I mean, I took an entry in here, got another one, and you know, I'm just looking for this like basically an A, B, C in here to finish off this wave Z. More than likely, you know, we got a ball hidden in here, so I'd be very surprised if this doesn't go up and break that top. But once this top's broken, you know, we're going to start to get bearish divergence. So, you know, you'll have to be careful buying. I mean, on the M15, you probably are getting a little setup in here. You sort of want A, B, C on the lower time frames, and you could look to buy it, just scalping basically to break that top now if you're not already on it. GU on the daily, this one's a little bit more difficult because, you know, like I've mentioned many times, you know, this can be a flat in here as an A, B, and we get a C up, or the way I've been looking at it is an A, B, C. We got the nice impulse down, and we just get a correction in here, and we get another one down. Two scenarios, both scenarios can definitely play out. That's why it is quite difficult, this pair at this stage. You know, on the H4, we're looking at that 1, 2, 3. I was looking at this as a 4, and then we get a 5th one down. This correction, X2's become a lot larger than X1. So, you know, I've sort of been trading this just on the H1, just scalping basically, you know, because the higher time frames, you know, the daily is uncertain what it's going to do. But in here, we got like that 1. We got 3 down in here, A, B, C, and then we got an A, B, extended wave C. So we had that like W, X, Y, X2. We had that ball hidden in here to go and break that top. That's that's finished, and we lost the bearish divergence. So we may get a larger correction in here before another one up, or it keeps on going up in here in this wave Z. See, the lower time frame had a ball hidden as well, very similar to AU. You know, we got a ball hidden in here, so I'd be very surprised if that top doesn't get broken. At this stage, you'd be just scalping. You know, we're already on the M15 chart, and you pretty much missed the trade. We had a nice impulse up in here, correction, and you'd be at break even now if you're trading this on these lower time frames. EU on the daily, this one doesn't look too bad. It was quite choppy down the bottom here for quite some time, but on the daily we're looking at that A, B, C, possibly up to that 100 pip. This is starting to look a lot more motive now, so that's great. H4 definitely looks motive. We're up to that 200 pip, so we got like 1, 2, waiting for this wave 3 to be over, get a wave 4, and then look for that wave Z up, or wave 5, whichever way you look at it. So we're up to that 200 fib, so you know it's only a matter of time before we get this X2. You know, so you have to be careful if you're scalping the buys at this stage. I mean, we got this like WX. We're in this wave Y. We'd be looking for an X2 and then a Z up to finish off this wave Y on the H4. Starting to get all this bearish divergence now, so you know you have to start to be careful. The safest way is to wait for this X2 on the H4 and then look for buys again. Wait for the correction and then buy. NU on the daily. So we're looking for this wave C up here, up to this 100 fib, possibly up to this 100 fib, but at least break that top of wave A. We do have bullish divergence on this on the H1, on the daily now as well. This is very similar to AU and EU. Very similar though, all very similar. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We had the ball hidden here, so we're looking for that wave 5 up. And this doesn't look over. It looks like there's still more upside in this wave 5. We have a ball hidden again on this. So we already got the 5 up. Well, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're getting another ball hidden in here. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if that top gets broken. You'd have to go down onto the lower time frames to get an entry. Well, the way I trade and the way I teach to trade, you'd already be on this trade. You know, you'd be either getting into this correction or getting into something down here. So now to get on it, you know, you'd be going right down onto the lower time frames. You'd be looking for, you know, we got to break a trend line there. You're looking at an A, B, C or something in here, get a flat in there to buy. Yeah, just scalping to break the top, this top here. UY on the daily. This is playing out exactly how we've been looking at it for a very long time. You know, it's starting to play out. It's taken a while, but yeah, we're looking at that WX extended wave Y. Then we'll be looking for the X2 and then the Z up. Internally here, we've got a WXY X2 and we're getting that wave Z up. we're starting to get that bearish divergence. H4 looking motive. We got that WXY. Just went past that 123.6, which is fine. So I'd be looking for some sort of a correction in here. Like an A, B, C. It may turn in, like, we don't know what sort of correction it's going to turn into. It may turn into a running flat, expanding flat, regular flat, zigzag, you know. But I'd be looking for correction in here. Wait for the X2, and then if you get a buy set up, you know, buy for that wave Z up. H1, this can go up and break the top. You could look for a buy. If you got a buy set up in here on the lower time frames, you could look for a buy. We do have a bull hidden here. So, if I just go down to the lower time frame, it's very risky at this stage because on the lower time frame, you know, we have a bear hidden here. So, you know, but if you got a correction in here, you could look for at least an A, B, C. Again, it's very risky to trade that bull hidden. I'm not going to go into it. That's something that I teach you in the course. But yeah, more than likely, looking at the M15, this will go and break that low again. And then if you get a buy set up, you could look for that bull hidden on the high time on the H1. Yeah. So UY, nothing's changed. We're looking at that A, B, C. This top here still hasn't been broken over here yet. It's very close to, and it doesn't really matter if it does get broken because it's a B wave. I'll still be looking for that C down, and that's what I've been looking for a very long time. Just trading that wave C down, but it hasn't been giving us these setups. Instead, it's been giving us these flats like this A, B, C. We're looking for that to go and break the top. It did. Now gave another correction. We had a bull hidden in here, and it's gone up and broken the top again. So like I said a couple of weeks ago and even last week, you know, we just get a correction after a correction, and it just can keep on going like this for a very long time until we get the nice impulse down and correction. Then we can look for the sell with a lot more confidence. At this stage, it just isn't giving us those nice sell setups. Unfortunately, you know, you can see what's happening here. You know, very choppy wave up here, just breaking the top, and then we get an A, B, C. Tried to go here, but we got like 1, 2, 3 in here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get an A, B, C, another one up in here. But in saying that, I wouldn't be looking for the buy. You know, we're right at tops. I'd only be looking for the sell, and you know, you'd be in some sort of a sell here or a sell here with a bear hidden on the lower time frames to sell this. So you know, if you do trade this and you're unsure how to get in and that, join the course, because you know, this is how I teach to get in trades. You know, it's more of a buy at this stage on the lower time frames, you know. But yeah, it's just a scalp pretty much. I'd be waiting for some sort of a sell setup. Get 3 up, and then if you get a sell setup, you know, just keep on going for those sells until you get the one that goes. That's what I'd be doing if I traded this pair. UCAD on the daily. It's very frustrating and very drawn out. We get this 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking for this wave 5 up to at least go and break that ending point of wave Y. Ideally, it gets up to the targets, first and second target, that 123.6 and the 161.8. It's been very choppy in here. It started off nicely. we got the 5 up. Then we got that sharp impulse down. I was just sort of looking for 3 up in here, and then another one, like 1, 2, 3, and then buy setup. We can load up again for another 5 up. Excuse me. Instead, we got like 1, 2, 3 up, breaking the top. Sharp move down, a B wave, and a C down in here for a flat. Then we got an A, B, C. That C's complete. It's broken the ending point of wave A. So now we can get an A, B, C as a larger flat before we get the 5 up. On the H1, it's really, like I said last week, well, up in here, we had that bearish divergence. Any sell setup you get, sell. And you can really only sell this too. Like I said last week, we're getting that bearish divergence, so more than likely, most people would be in this sell. You're getting a bear hidden here, so I would be very surprised if that low doesn't get broken, and even that low there. You'd be just scalping this to come break that. So yeah, you'd be right down on the lower time frames to trade this now. The Swissy, we got that 1, 2, 3 down on the daily. Nice impulse up. We're looking for an A, B, C in here to buy. So we're just waiting for this correction and then load up on the buys again if we get the buy opportunities. The H4, you can see what I'm looking at. Looking at an A, B, C, and then we get this C up in here, and then with the larger C down. So you can trade this wave C up in here and trade that wave C down, and then if you get the buy set up to trade the larger C up. So you can scalp this pair quite easily on the H4, or you can scalp the H4 structure on the lower time frames. We got that 1, 2, 3 down in here. We did get across on the MACD there, so we do have bullish divergence. This is the low there, so I'd be not looking for sells. I'd only be looking for buys for that C up. It's not giving us any buys at this stage, but yeah, wherever this finishes, looking for a nice impulse up and a bullish setup and a buy setup to buy. EG on the daily, so we're looking at that A, B, extended wave C, possibly down to the 100 pip, which is just out of picture at the moment. Down to this 100 pip, could possibly get down to this 100 pip. We got this like internal 1, 2, 3. I was looking for a wave 4 and a wave 5 down. The problem now is that I was just looking for a correction in this X1, in this X2 over here, a similar size. This has turned into a lot larger correction. Still looks very corrective for another one down. It doesn't look motive, but it's just not giving us the sell setups. In fact, it was giving us buy setups last week. We had a bull hidden here to go and break the top. It's done that now. Now we're getting bearish divergence as well. This may be a flat in here, like an A, B, C in here. You get a flat, and then you get an A, B, C. Very similar to USD Japan, where we just get that correction after correction, and it just keeps on going, and it can go on for quite some time. This is very similar, may do a similar thing. Really, with all this bearish divergence, I couldn't buy this, but I'd only be looking for the sells. It's not giving a sell setup at this stage. That's the problem. A nice impulse up here, correction, impulse up again, sort of, you'd just be scalping. And if you're buying, you're buying and you've got a lot of bearish divergence already, so it becomes very risky. WTI, if I go over the whole thing again, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the low there. We got an impulse up. This is given, more than likely, we'll give 5 waves down in here. And it'll be this correction here will be very deep to this impulse here. So more than likely, whatever's happening here can just be a correction as an A, B, C. There's a regular flat, or it may come down and break that low for a running or expanding flat. The H4, you can see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 5 down. It's very difficult because, you know, we got 5 up in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 1, 2, 3, we'll be looking for a wave 4 and then a wave 5. So if you're buying, you're just buying into a correction, more than likely just buying into a correction and not a reversal. So, you know, I mean, I am in this from Friday down here, but yeah, we can get a bear hidden in here if you really need a nice buy set. If you're looking for the buy, you need a really nice buy setup, because more than likely we'll get bear hidden in here. We'll get a bear hidden in here, and it comes down, breaks the low. So, you know, I'm in a trade right down here. It's at break even. So, that's the way I sort of teach you how to trade, to get into the first entry. So then you don't have to worry about times like now where you're looking for a correction to buy in here, but you have a bear hidden, you know. So this is what happens. You know, you get a nice looking flag and it looks great, you know, and all it does is just come up, break that top, and then falls over on you, and you wonder what's going on. You know, we do have a bear hidden in there, so you want a really nice correction, nice buy setup before you do buy, because like I said, it can just break that top, fall over on you, and you wonder what's going on. Well, if you watch this video now, you know what's going on. We got a bear hidden in here, so be careful if you're buying at this stage. If I just go back there, ideally, you know, if you're looking for the buy, you want it to break that top, take out the bear hidden, and then give you the correction, and then you can buy with more confidence. At this stage, you know, unless you're in here or here, wherever you get in, you know, and you're at break even, to buy up here, you know, it becomes risky. You know, this is what the marketers and that do. You know, they got all these groups and that live trading, and they see a nice correction in here to go and, you know, break the top, and you know, it just comes up here, breaks that top, pulls over, and they say, oh no, it was a break even trade. But more than likely 99% of the people in that trading room lost money on it. But that's getting off topic. So gold, you know, let's just go over this last piece here. We got that 1, 2, 3 down, nice impulse up. We're waiting for a correction on the daily, like I've been mentioning, and then we can look for that more upside up to this weekly targets at 123.6 and like the 161.8, which is second target. The H4, you can see what I'm looking at. Nothing's changed since last week. You know, we're looking at this flat, get at least an A, B, C, targeting that 100 pip, or may even get to the 161.8. Again, this is going to be difficult if you're not already in it as well. Why? Because we have a possible bear hidden here. So there's nothing to say that this can't come down again as some sort of an A, B, C, you know, after this impulse. So you have to be careful now. You know, I mean, I'm in the buy. It's at break even. If to try and buy up here when we have a bear hidden, like say you're looking at an A, B, C here, buy just above, and you put a buy stop just above that top, and it gets you in. But it's really got to break that top to take out the bear hidden. So what happens is, you get into the buy with the buy stop just above the top, like these marketers tell you to do, and it comes up, gets you in the trade, and then falls over on you, and the bear hidden plays out. So, if you're, you got to be careful. I mean, I'm in a buy in here somewhere and another one in here. So these are already at break even. I was looking for to get into this, and we got that news event. Got another flat in here, so got a buy opportunity in there for that. And it's at break even. So I wouldn't be looking to, unless you're in these trades here, I wouldn't be looking to buy this, unless you're already in these trades, something to cover the loss, because this can just break that top, come down, take you out, and come and fall over. So yeah, gets risky. Yeah, all right. Silver, more than likely, well, this is pretty much following gold. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here. Then we got this 1, 2, 3 down. There was a bear hidden in here on the lower time frame, so this was a little bit trickier than gold because this one may have come down and excuse me, and fall over. Instead it gave a correction, which is nice. Now you can only buy this, and this is probably a lot safer to buy than the gold at this stage. Like we got this A, B, and we get nice impulse up. So again, you'd be waiting for a correction in here, first targeting that 100 pip. On the H1, you'd be waiting for a correction. We are starting to get a correction now. So, dare say on the M15, we've got bearish divergence. So if you got a bearish setup in here Monday, Tuesday on the M15, you could look for at least an A, B, C down, and then you may get 5 down. And then if you get the buy set up, you can buy for at least an A, B, C. This one actually does look a lot better than gold at this stage to buy once you get this correction. You have to wait for this correction. Like if you go try and putting buy stops and stuff up the top here for a flat, for an A, B, C flat, yeah. Bitcoin on the daily. Well, I've already gone over what I was looking at here as an A, B, C, and then we get this extended wave C up as an A, B, C. That failed. We had a bull hidden in here, which played out and went and broke the top. This is quite impulsive. So now what I've been saying is, we've got to wait for a correction to buy. On the H4, we've been waiting for that time factor. I've already taken the arrow off, unfortunately. But I had an arrow here, the same size correction as that up here. Now we got that time factor, and that's what I've been saying over the last few weeks. Wait for this time factor and then look for the buy. I mean, it was very quick to buy. But I posted this in the room. We got an A, B, C down. We got the C down for the flat, and then you get the buy set up on the lower time frames in here to get that. It's already gone and broken the top. Now we have the bearish divergence. So pretty much now, this was a very quick move. So, I wouldn't be buying now. We do have the bearish divergence, and we got the 5 up on the H4. So it becomes risky to buy. It's looking more like a sell setup. I mean, again, it's not ideal. I would have liked to see this come down further, break that low, and then give this correction down here. Instead, it's given it here, so this may turn into a flat. Like, and we get 1, 2, 3 just breaking that low, and then you get an A, B, C, and we get a correction after a correction up the top here. It's really only a sell at this stage, but it's not a really nice sell setup. That's the problem. I mean, you can only really sell it, but it's not ideal. I can't really go into it too much because it's what I teach in the group. But yeah, I mean, you'd be selling it on the lower time frames, just for like an A, B, C at this stage. S&P 500 on the daily. This is playing out exactly how we've been looking at it for a very long time. If you looked at my trading view ideas, you can see that I brought this down here for a wave C up for an A, B, C. It turned into a wave Y. Then we got this correction here, and we're looking for that wave Z up to the 123.6 and the 161.8 as the second target. We're waiting for a correction. We got a nice impulse up in here. We're waiting for a correction to buy. See, even on the H4, we got that nice impulse up. We're waiting for the larger correction, and then we can buy. I mean, I got in this one as well for the news, just before the news event last week. I think a lot of people in my group did get in these trades for the news, which is good. I think we are getting bearish divergence over there. No, I don't think we are. Here we got, like, on the H1, we got that 1, 2, 3. It is looking rather bullish up here still, but you have to wait. I think I got in around here somewhere. Which is a break even, but to get in now, it's going to be difficult. I mean, this no real buy setup on it, unfortunately. More than likely, you'll get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Just see if that did break the top. I don't think it did. That's the problem. If it didn't break the top, it makes it very difficult, and I don't think it did. Yeah, this isn't the top here. Unfortunately, if this had gone up and broken the top, would have been much easier to trade, because then we could look at this as a wave 5 or wave Z, and then you get an A, a B, and you get a C. You can trade a C down. But yeah, I would be waiting for the correction. Wait for a larger correction, and then you can load up and buy. AU200, this is going how we're looking at it as well. We're looking for this C up on the daily, A, B, C. The H4, we are getting bearish divergence in here on the excuse me, on the H4. We're getting like 1, 2, 3 up, and we have bearish divergence already. So S&P, wait for the correction. This one's already given the 3 up. Yeah, it's even got bearish divergence on the H1 too, I think. Yeah, we got bearish divergence on the H1 as well. So we get like 1, 2, 3 up. So I'd be looking for a larger correction than that over here. So this can be like an A, B, C, or WXY, X2 and a Z down as a larger correction before we get more upside. The FTSE on the daily, this is very, I mean, I would be staying out of it, but I'll go over it. This is the problem. This is a very choppy wave in here, and we got an A, B, C, expanding flat. That's fine. Then we're looking for this down in here for the A, B, C. And then it come up and broke that top, which is fine. Then we had this like 1, 2, 3 down in here. So I was looking for an A, B, C. The problem was that this C up here didn't go anywhere near that 100 fib. And this is where it become very difficult because, we're looking for a regular flat here. Instead, you could look at it as a contracting flat. Now, ideally, it would have come up, just broken that low, that high, sorry, for a regular flat, and then you could look for the sell. The problem now is, you have to start looking at this as a regular flat, a contracting flat, and then you get an A, B, C. Yeah, it's you're virtually just scalping this. There's no clear direction on the daily, and so it becomes risky if you're not getting the overall direction right in your scalping. So we got 1, 2, 3, probably get a wave 4 here and another one down in here. At this stage, there's no bullish divergence, so and this does look rather corrective. So yeah, I'd be looking for the sell. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even be trading this at this stage at all. It's so choppy and there's nothing really on it. The DAX, on the other hand, is taken off by the look of that. I really would have liked, this in here, like looking at an A, B, C. We got this C down in here, but I would have really liked it to come a lot further. We never got that. So that was it. But like I said last week, last week we're looking for a buy on this too. It's even better now, because we got a high here. Wait for your correction and look for a buy. Pretty much the same as the others. On the H1, we don't have any divergence, so we're getting a motive, very much motive structure here. It's only up to the 123.6 in here, and that's fine. But yeah, I'd be waiting for the X2. I mean, this wave Y here may not be over and can even get to that 161.8, and then I'd be looking for that X2 and then a wave Z up. So I hope you enjoyed the weekly outlook and got something out of it for the coming week. If you did, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you out there next week.